Hey guys, this is Jordan Winter and you're watching No Free Lunches. Today we're here in Lawrence, Kansas, trying to find the best cocktail. Hope you're thirsty.
Toma.
I'm here at John Brown Underground, a speakeasy-themed bar hidden just off 7th and Massachusetts. This easy-to-miss bar is simply marked with a red or green light to indicate seating availability. Enter through the red velvet drapes to be transported back to 1920s Prohibition. Witness the evolution of cocktails as their menu chronicles the different eras, like Tiki Tiki and post-World War II. Pull up a chair with me and Dante as we travel through time.
First, we'll start off with an old-fashioned. So this is kind of our quintessential, Prohibition drink, right? The old-fashioned is kind of the drink that kind of inspires lots of other categories of drinks. We switch the blend up every time we switch the menu up, just kind of to get with the season and make sure we stay relevant. So it's our most popular drink by far. So what we do is our house blend of many different things. So that's what changes essentially is the blend.
Okay.
This time it is 4 different bourbons, 2 rye whiskeys, rum, a brandy, and there is 2 different kinds of bitters in there as well. Okay. So we have for winter we have kind of black walnut and Angostura bitters.
Nice.
And so a little bit of demerara syrup. The classic recipe which is truly just bitters, a spirit, a little bit of sugar, and ice. So we do use an orange swath here at the very end, but it's the simplest drink that we make by far. So
Sometimes the best drinks are the ones that are the most simple.
Exactly. So just kind of perfume the side there. A nice little twist. Usual fashion.
Thank you. Ooh. Yeah, you can really tell the orange swath around there because as soon as you sip into it, it's got that kind of like orange aroma.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Yeah, the Scotch in this blend in particular kind of is a little bit different, so you get a little bit of that smoke coming through. So we wouldn't do that for a springtime old fashioned necessarily, but with the addition of the peat kind of makes it really nice for winter, kind of warming.
So obviously old fashions are known for being very strong cocktails.
Yes.
How do you know what blends you're going to create of different alcohol?
Yeah.
And how often do you switch it up?
Yeah, so we switch it up every 4 to 5 months, I would say. With the old fashioned, it definitely is on the end of the spectrum. It's not necessarily has more alcohol, but it is presented in a way that there's not a whole lot of other stuff going on, right? You have truly your spirit, a little bit addition of bitters, and then just a touch of sugar, right? So per the total liquid volume, it is the highest ABV drink that you can really possibly make aside from just a straight spirit. You should be able to walk into any speakeasy and order an old fashioned and they'll have a take on it. So for bourbons, the main ingredients are Old Grandad Bonded bourbon, which is a 4-year aged bourbon from Kentucky. It's fantastic.
Nice.
And we also, like I said, use in this blend in particular, are using a rum as well, and a brandy, a high proof brandy from Louisville called Copper and Kings. It's one of our favorite brands, so it's kind of a little bit higher proof than you might be used to. Touch of smoke from that peated Scotch really makes it really, really nice.
For sure. Cheers to that.
The next one we're going to go with is a drink from our menu called Let Me Be Clear. You just say it like Obama's voice when you order it. So this drink is a riff on the classic Jungle Bird cocktail. Jungle Bird is it's kind of a post-tiki tiki drink. It was invented in the 70s in Malaysia. We wanted to create something that was totally clear, a totally clear version of this drink. Like I said, usually it's bright red or brown, almost from the black strap rum. So out in Minnesota, there's this craft distillery called Tattersall, and they're making an awesome black strap rum that's totally clear. Right? Because when spirits come off of the still, they're always clear. Where you get coloring is from aging, or more often the addition of caramel coloring. So with this drink, we still have pineapple. So I have clarified and acidified pineapple juice. So we make a gel solution. We puree pineapple and then we freeze it, and so the gel concentrates with the pineapple, sifts out the fibers, and so what you're left with is a totally clear pineapple juice that still tastes like fresh pineapple. It is my personal favorite on the menu, but it's also the one that I have to work hardest to make. A little bit of simple syrup here, just to kind of sweeten it up, just like the classic Jungle Bird. And then our acid's already in the pineapple juice, and then a blend of the Tattersall Blackstrap rum, and then Luxardo Bitter Bianco, which is a clear Amaro. Stir this guy. So typically Jungle Bird shaken, but again, this is where this differs from the classic recipe. We're going to stir this cocktail instead of shaking it. For this cocktail, we use an ice stamp to brand our logo into the ice. The chair logo is a rendering of John Brown's resting chair. So John Brown obviously was an abolitionist. The legend is that he would sit in his resting chair all night protecting the slaves he was guarding on the Underground Railroad.
Oh wow.
Since we add citric acid to the pineapple juice, you miss some of that lime flavor, that natural lime flavor that you normally get from this cocktail. So to put that back in, we're just going to express a lime over the top, to the side, and discard that guy. So cheers.
Thank you. That's really tasty. Yeah, you can definitely get those tropical flavors coming in with the Jungle Bird, but for the specific John Brown variation on the Jungle Bird, can you explain more why you wanted to get that clear color?
Sure. It was mostly just sort of a creative challenge for us. We try to create things that are tasty, but that's obviously like the base level of what we want to do. Every drink should taste very good. There should be another sort of inspiration, is kind of how we feel about our menu. There should be something that's a hook or something that's different about how we present a cocktail than you might typically find. For this one, we found this great product in clear blackstrap rum without the addition of caramel coloring that you find in most Caribbean blackstrap rums. With that, we wanted to kind of create a cool drink that highlighted that and highlighted the color of the spirit itself, and then and that still had the flavor of that Jungle Bird. It had all these complexities going on in a drink that looks honestly like a glass of water.
For the next drink, can we do a bartender's choice?
All right, so Jordan, what are you in the mood for?
Well, usually when I go to a bar, the Pearl Diver is one of my top favorite cocktails, so that kind of goes under the tropical and fruity section, but I'd also like to try something a little bubbly.
Okay.
Get it, that effervescence.
Absolutely, just a think for you.
Awesome.
So we'll do kind of a tiki-based drink on the El Diablo, which is a classic cocktail typically made with tequila that has tequila cassis, which is a blackberry liqueur, and a little bit of ginger. So we'll kind of riff on that to make it more tropical. Start off with some pineapple juice, common theme for us today. This is our cassis, right? So blackberry, it technically is black currants, so a little bit more grape and raisin flavor than you would just from a straight blackberry. We're in agricole rum here. So agricole is a specific type of rum. Most rum is made from molasses. Rum agricole is typically made on the French islands, the French Caribbean islands, and it is made from fresh sugar cane juice instead of molasses. So you get more of that grassy note, kind of more floral notes with it. And I'm going to add just a touch of overproof Jamaican rum, because our cocktails are known for being very high proof and really, give you bang for the buck. I love the overproof banana flavors that you get from that. It really kind of plays really nicely. And just like the classic, we're going to add a touch of ginger here. Some lime juice.
Do you get a pretty good arm workout whenever you're bartending?
Absolutely, yeah. It's, a lot of bartenders used to throw their shoulders out because they were using really heavy shakers, and so thank God we've all switched to the metal on metal. Makes it way easier to sustain for a long time.
Nice.
So
keep it lightweight, but not the flavors.
Exactly. We'll do a little lime twist for garnish. Yeah, I think the tropical flavors will play really nicely here. Add a touch of soda water on top, so we kind of get you that bubbliness that you asked for. Cheers.
I love the little lime zest around this straw too.
A little lime twist on top of it.
That's exactly what I was looking for, and I didn't even know it. See, that's what I like about the bartender's choice, is that bartending seems to really be about experimentation. So not only do you get to kind of flex your creative muscles, but then the customer actually gets what they want too, but they also get to experiment.
That's always the goal, is to kind of surprise people with some flavors they might not have tried before. So it kind of challenges us to really find out what somebody wants and kind of read somebody based on more than just like a classic drink order that they might just say off a menu or off like something in their head that they know that they like.
Definitely something I'll keep in mind for my next visit to John Brown. Cheers. To watch the rest of the series on Lauren's cocktails, head over to nofreelunches.co, where I cover Lark Affair, Bon Bon, and the Bourgeois Pig. Stay up to date by following us on Instagram and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching.